Hey folks, and welcome back for another weekend shave. And today we're going to spotlight RazoRock XXX hard formulation. We're also going to use the Italian Barber RazoRock Plissoft style brush with Italian flag style handle, which is very nice. $12.99, people. All right, this is going to be really a treat for me because I love this scent. We will also continue to spotlight the Colonial razors, single edge with feather super blade. Oh, the scent on this, I love it. Right around, I want to say 4.5 to 5 on the scale. It's not in your face strong, but you can definitely pick it up. Let's call it 4.5 now, and sometimes it tends to pick up as you sort of mix it up as you're lathering. Now, one thing I want to point out, the texture on this is a different texture than your typical RazoRock soaps, and I think that's why they're calling it hard formulation. It is a more dense, or appears to be, in texture. It is firm but not hard. You can definitely, press down there and it dents in. It's not hard, it's firm and perhaps more dense. So don't get the wrong idea when we call it hard formula. It's not going to be like getting Martin de Candre or something like that. So let's go ahead and start getting our load on here, and I expect this shave to go very, very nicely. I've never had any problem with RazoRock soaps. Some people don't like them. They call them cheap. I don't. I call them inexpensive, and there's a difference there. I don't think that spending money for the sake of spending money is makes the shave any better. If you can get a great shave out of an affordable product, why not? I mean, that's just the way I look at it. Now, there are some cases where you get what you pay for, but there are a lot of times where you're just paying more. So, and I'll get into that later, maybe because I got a question about that the other day. Maybe I'll address that in my Q&A. All right, we've got a nice load. Oh, this stuff smells great. Let's wet the face and we'll get going. Stay tuned. So again, the brush here, $12.99, people. I mean, that's insane. $12.99. Remember those first Plisson brushes that we paid? Sorry, we paid $60 for. This, by the way, the brush, it gives the feeling of backbone because it's dense. And it feels a little bit different than your standard Plisson. It definitely gives the feeling of some backbone. I'm definitely getting a more pronounced feel of backbone here. So for those of you who are concerned about floppiness, you might want to try this one for $12.99. It definitely has more backbone than I'm accustomed to. In fact, it really surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. The fibers are still soft, but when they densely pack it, it gives that feeling of backbone, which is generally the key complaint that people have about the Plisson type knots, is that there's no backbone. Now, that's never been an issue for me because I don't really need backbone. I'm not looking to scrub my face. I just did that in the shower. And I think for me, the exfoliation argument is a bit overplayed. I don't really buy into it. Again, just my opinion. I don't think, at least in my case, it's just not that important to be using a very stiff brush on my face. As I'm about to drag a super sharp, razor across my face and scrape it, and you're taking off both skin and your whiskers, a little bit of skin, not a ton, and that's something that I think people forget. So, oh yeah, nice, good residual slickness there. This is nice, and the scent has crept up a little bit. Probably not a full 5, but like 4.7 or something. I can definitely pick it up, and it's probably because it's right under my nose, but it does feel a little or smell a little more pronounced. I tell you, this Colonial razors general with the super is right on time for me. Sorry about that, guys. I dropped my phone again, which is the third time in like the last 2 weeks, and I've been knocking it over ever since I cracked on Peter Charkelis for a sample video. So I think he cursed me. Wow, a lot of backbone in this brush. I mean, much more than usual. So if you're looking for backbone, people, try this one. The one with the these colors, Plissoft. I think it's $12.99. Excellent value. You know it's going to last a very long time. It's got that soft Plisson type fiber, and it's a bit scrubby, which is unusual for a Plissoft type knot. And maybe that's what he was going for, not sure. But it is definitely more scrubby and has the feel of more backbone. Okay, let's get back to business here with our General. And I have thoroughly been enjoying this Colonial Razors General. With the Super Blade is perfect for me, as is doing a great job. Just the right amount of efficiency and aggressiveness without going overboard, which is nice. Smooth. Since using the Super Blade, I got to tell you, it's just been a delight to use, and it wasn't bad with the Pro Blade. So if you're looking for a mild shave, use a Pro Blade for this, and I think this razor, as is today, is ready for folks who appreciate mild shavers. And if you want to up it a little bit, use that Super Blade, which I'm doing. And so what I would do with this razor is just buy Super Blades and use it in that configuration, and maybe go Feather Pro when I'm looking for a lighter shave. But man, I gotta tell you, this thing has been wonderful. All right, let's rinse the face and we'll come back for pass 3. Third and final pass, and I gotta tell you, the soap has performed very well. No issues on the quality front whatsoever. The brush is definitely more scrubby, and this will be a keeper for me simply because I don't have a Plisson type brush that's particularly scrubby or has wonderful backbone. Now the Kong does a great job. It's still a little more soft, and the other Plissoft that I have, the black handle short one, it does a great job as well. But this one has more backbone than both. So for days where I'm looking for a little extra or maybe I'm lathering a harder soap, this would probably come in handy. Beautiful handle, well balanced, and the soap has performed wonderfully. So I am not let down at all by any of the equipment today. Again, Joe providing incredible value with these prices, which are just absurdly good. $12.99. Lordy. All right. So, got our lathered, and by the way, the XXX firm, I'm going to call it firm instead of hard. Good stuff. Really, really like it. No quality issues whatsoever. Providing plenty of slickness, cushion, glide, allowing this the General here to do its work in stellar fashion, in my opinion, and enjoyable to boot. And, you know, if you're not enjoying your shaves in the morning, there's something wrong. And when you got gear like this, it really does aid in that enjoyment. I mean, just if you enjoy the scent, you're enjoying the razor, it's not too aggressive, it's just right. It really just makes you feel good, or at least it does me. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know. Certainly have been accused of it, among many other things. But I feel really good after I've got a a good shave on, and I put the aftershave on, and I'm just ready to start my day. And today it's supposed to be sunny out, so that's going to be a added bonus to get outside, enjoy some of the sunshine, get some of that vitamin D. I don't know if you guys are aware, but most of us, at least here in America, are vitamin D deficient. And really the only way you can get that in a proper way is to get outside and get a little sunlight. Now, obviously, use your sunblock and sunscreen, all the rest of it, but it is important to get that vitamin D because it has all sorts of adverse effects when you're vitamin D deficient. And just look that up. Look up the numbers on that. It's the majority of people in this country who are vitamin D deficient. So get out when you can, get a little bit of sun. And I know for me, it makes me feel better. And I hope it would for you as well. And at least the medical community seems to think it does. So I believe it. And one thing I'm going to show you today is see how the General picks up that soap residue. Very, very easy to remove. And I'll show you how to do it just in a minute after I rinse my face. Stand by. We'll go ahead and use our Thayers and all that first and put on our aftershave before we show you how to clean the razor. But man, I got to tell you, that was a great shave. Other than dropping my camera, it was, that face feels great, by the way. Just excellent. And by the way, the Colonial razors General, they're definitely shooting to come in cheaper, or less expensive, I should say, than the competition in terms of razors that are already out there with a single edge design. So that's going to be wonderful as well. We'll give a lot of people a chance to use it that might not otherwise use it. And one time I heard it said, and this, I'm going to be honest, this really turned me off. I won't name the company, but there was a razor similar to this one, and the price was being discussed. And I think it was in response to Joe from RazoRock had a Hawk, the Hawk prototype he was showing, and Joe, make that razor. Anyway, and there was a lot of hubbub about it, and someone, I won't mention the name, we were talking about the prices, and a lot of people said, well, if Joe comes out with one, it'll be affordable. And someone said, not everybody's meant to have all these razors, meaning, sort of an elitist club. Like, if you can't afford it, too bad. And that really rubbed me the wrong way, very much so. All right. By the way, I don't think I showed this. The XXX Fine. This is liquid gold right here, people. It is spectacular. And I try to use it on special occasions such as this. It is just spectacular. Okay, I'm going to show you here how to remove this soap residue, and there's a little bit on the handle, and we'll show you. It's really, really easy. All you have to do is first take the blade out. I'll set that aside. And I have a soft bristle toothbrush, and all I'll do is dip it in the water a little bit and just do this number. Just sort of scrub it down. Again, soft bristle toothbrush, because you don't want to scratch the finish of your plate here. Just a second. Let me get this one, which shows it a little bit more. Again, same technique. It doesn't take long, only a few seconds. About half the minute you can do the entire razor, 30 seconds. And what's 30 seconds when you're traditional shaving? You're taking your time as is. And so, let me dry this off for you so you can see it. And just like new, removed. So if that's a concern for you, that residue that these black razors tend to pick up, it's very, very easy to address, we'll go ahead and get this handle for you as well. A little bit of residue up there, no problem at all. You could probably, actually, you probably don't even need a toothbrush. You could probably remove this with just a damp washcloth or a towel. See, I just very lightly, and there you go. We're back in business, looking sharp. And so, again, this really isn't an issue to worry about. It just takes a little amount of time to remove that residue gone. So if that was a concern of yours, have no fear, easy to address. Okay, folks, thanks as always for watching. Again, today we used the RazoRock, I'm going to call it firm formula. They call it hard. It is more dense. It is a different formula. It was great. I suggest if you like this, if you like the XXX soap and don't have this one, I would grab this one while you can, because it is special edition. This rascal right here definitely had the feeling of way more backbone than I was expecting. Still nice, keeper for me. Really like it. $12.99. It's crazy. And last but not least, I call it liquid gold, fine XXX. This stuff is great. Okay, guys. Thanks as always for watching. I hope you enjoy your Sunday shave, and I want to remind you as always, keep them up, keep them open, and follow the money to get to the truth.